All right. Hello, everyone. Woo! I know you're here to see some greatness. So let me give you guys a couple minutes. And my brother, actually, he made this song for us.
Full heart, fixed or flex, we show the way. Compare, convert, all in a day. It's not just math, it's clarity. With every move, you set them free. You're one tap away from closing strong on the app we've trusted all along. They walk in scared, don't know the terms. You calm it down, you make it firm. Build scenarios from where they've been. Show the journey before they begin. Purchase plans from A to Z. Break it down so they can see 5-year fixed or 3+2 laid side by side. Show what's true. Every choice, every path. Now it's clear, just do the math. Prime rate shifting, let it play. Project the trends, guide the way. You're one tap away from trust and pride. 5 options, roll, no need to hide. Branded reports in a polished style. Clients stay with you every mile. From penalties to break-even points. Midterm breaks laid out in joints. It's all mapped out, don't need to sway. You're one tap away. One tap away.
All right. Let's get started, guys. So that song was custom for the Canadian mortgage app that we asked for, and we tried to squeeze in all the features that we were working on, and I hope you enjoyed it. So without further ado, let me get started. My name is Ben Salami. I'm the founder and CEO of Bendeji Technologies. We develop apps, mortgage apps specifically, and Canadian Mortgage App is our flagship product, and we've introduced several other enterprise version of it, which of you may have one on your phone already. We support about 30,000 professionals, including real estate agents, mortgage brokers, mortgage agents. And on the call, I have Nadine Forsyth. She's our director of SaaS. She handles all sales. And I also brought in our support manager, Hannah. You may have seen her if you have ever purchased the Pro or Pro Plus package from us. She's the lady behind all the setups, onboarding, and training. So I brought them here along for you to enjoy the presence and also for me to get a little bit of support for my team, because what I'm about to show you, it's going to be an incredible new feature we've been working on for so long. And if we were to thank everyone that has supported us throughout this time, we would have spent a whole hour thanking everyone, including everyone who's on this call today. So thanks everyone for making this possible. Wait till the end. You're gonna really enjoy what we have in store for you. Compare Pro, here it is. It is the most comprehensive comparison tool that was ever created for the mortgage industry. And why do I say that? Is because we looked at 99% of all tools that are available. And by far, this has never been created, ever. We started in 2024. It was a simple project, 3 months, low risk, because as you know, a software company wants to create a project, they only allocate certain time to it because during that time, staff is super busy. We can't focus on maintaining certain things. So the shorter the project, the less risk. So this was a 3 months project initially. And we said, hey, let's improve the current compare side-by-side tool we have, add in the ability to save multiple scenarios. And because live reports were so popular, let's also energize the tool with live reports. Great, 3 months project, no worries. Everyone was happy to do so. So we jumped in it. Not only we added those features, but we include all the standard comparisons. So this tool allows you to compare purchase prices, mortgage balances, down payments, the things that we already supported in the compare side by side. Also, in addition to that, you're now able to create unlimited scenarios. So it looks like this. You can easily go and create a new scenario. You see them all full screen in front of you. You can name them. They have colors. You can search, filter, and we were about to publish because we're done. So we created a beta group. We picked some of the top mortgage brokers in the country. And soon enough, we found out that there was so much more we could have added to compare that will help our broker community to navigate the very challenging mortgage market at that time. One example was Rates were coming down. Brokers wanted to show their clients the advantage of going with a shorter term versus locking in for like a 5-year fix. The idea was go with a shorter term so that once you finish the term, you can come out and enjoy the lower rate, and then you can lock into whatever term you have at that point. So that got us thinking. Of course, we had to delay our release, and we have to work on a cool feature called multi-term comparison. So this is an incredible new addition to Compare. And just so you understand, how do you really compare options side by side that actually range over multiple terms? So put it in a picture. Imagine you're comparing a 5-year term and you're comparing it against a shorter term, a 2-year, right? If you want to compare apples to apples, you can only compare the scenario up until this point because the 2-year ends. So really the 2-year is a higher rate. So the 5-year is going to be winning anyways. So what you really need to do is to add in a second term. In fact, if you ever want to compare a 5-year and a 3-year, you need to fill in that gap with a 2-year term, and so on and so forth. You can even go crazy and create 5 1-year terms. So this is a very challenging problem to have in a mortgage comparison tool, and we were able to solve it. We actually had to invent this journey map where you can create as many terms back to back as you desire, and you can compare them at any point in time. If you want to see certain parts of this, you need to be able to get into more detail. So we added the ability for you to analyze each term independently. You can see actually the starting balance of the term, the ending balance, the amortization, start and end, and also how much interest that accrued during that term. And then there's a term 2, which technically you don't have to calculate the end balances anymore because automatically it takes it over and takes care of that. Now, to visualize this, we had to go back to the drawing board and invent a new type of charting mechanism. So now you have this amazing chart that you can simply scroll with your finger on it. It'll tell you at any point in time how much interest has passed and what that current monthly principal payment balance is. We also created a nice table for it so you can actually see the differences. You can see here, I got 2 options side by side and I'm comparing interest. You no longer need to calculate this in your head. We show it right here for you. And we even show you a little green or red marker to indicate whether it's more interest or less interest. We just opened up a whole new dimension of mortgage comparison. And one of the things that came up was the break-even rate analysis. When you're projecting a new term in the future, the rate that you put in there is completely speculative. You have no idea what the future holds. However, one thing is very, very factual is, for example, if you are comparing an option 1, it turns out that this one has an interest of $100,000. That's a fact. Now, if you're adding an option 2 comparison with a slightly higher rate, the question is, what rate would I need to get in the future so that my interests are identical? And if I can get a little bit less in the future, then of course I'm winning with this option. If you look at this rate and you say, okay, it's not attainable ever, forget about it, then clearly option 1 is the winning scenario. So what we've done is we actually built a tool that can do that for you, right baked into the mortgage journey map. This gives you a convenient button right here to tap on. As soon as you tap on it, it'll calculate the break-even rate perfectly for you right on top. So you know exactly whether this rate is going to be attainable or achievable in the future or not. So you can make a choice at that point. But if I don't want to match interest, I'm actually care about my balance. I want to make sure that the balance at the end of 2 options is the same. So you can actually tap on this and change the goal. Multi-term comparison is huge because there are real life events that can happen during the term. And of course, we had to accommodate for that. And quick example here, say you're comparing a 5-year fixed against a 3-year variable rate. Well, variable is very interesting because, as you know, you can actually break a variable with a 3-month penalty. So that's a midterm event. Break at, let's say, 24 months. We had to support that. So now you can actually go into any term and break out of it and create your next term after. So you can simulate these amazing mortgage journeys, which you can use to guide your clients. Now, what if I wanted to take out some equity in the new term? Well, it's possible now with Compare Pro. What if I wanted to extend my amortization? Also possible. There's actually a cool strategy to show the client that if you were to match the payment with the original anticipated option, how will that look? So we've added the ability to match payments as well with any other term in the journey. Fixed versus variable versus adjustable. We couldn't have just simply done where we give you an option to change it to fixed, variable, adjustable. That's not enough. Variable rates, the payments stay the same, it's true, but when the rates changes, your interest changes. So there has to be a mechanism to change the rate throughout time. And adjustable is even more interesting. Not only the rate changes, but also the payments change with it. So we invented our new rate projection map. So this is a pretty awesome UI. We envisioned it and it came to life thanks to our team. They've done an incredible job here. It gives you a timeline, and we only looked at specific months that the Bank of Canada meets. You can just tap on these boxes and you can sort of project what the prime rate looks like. And now this gives a real meaning to variable, because you can actually play with different projections and show your clients very clearly what happens when the rates go down, what happens when there's 2 more rate decreases this year and then maybe 1 more increase next year. How will that impact their mortgage journey? We had to also put some cool graphs here, and this is a very interesting graph, by the way. If you can see the interest for adjustable, which is also ARM, and VRM, they move together. So you can actually compare different projections against each other. They're independent. Last but not least, what good would be a tool if you can create a report? So we really, really improved our report on mobile, because now you can actually upload a photo, include an address, and it will generate a nice, beautiful property financing sheet with all the financing options laid side by side. It looks like this. It's branded to you. It's a live link, so you get notified when someone views it. You can track it, and it supports up to 5 options side by side. Woo! What do you guys think? Is this a game changer or what?